Good morning and welcome to my channel PawfectPastimes. My name's Amanda, my friends call me Amo. I live in Dorset with my husband and my 3 dogs who are just back from their Zoom, and you'll probably see them going in and out. I thought I'd do this quick impromptu video just to show you where I am with my Blue Fern Yarns Advent calendar. As I was opening it last December, I thought I would try and keep up each day with doing something, and I'd chosen the calico quilt shawl, which was a garter stitch triangles, and each day you added a new triangle. I only used 10 grams of the 20 gram minis, and I was happy with it until I started the second row and I realised I wasn't overly happy with it. So I thought I'd have a little rummage around Ravelry and see what I could find. I had a good look in what I had saved and other people's Advent lists and what other things were earmarked under the Advent search. And I couldn't come up with too much, but then I came up with a YouTube. A lady called Deborah who has Candy Shop Yarns. It's one I've never heard of, I don't follow, but I happened to see the word Advent in it and I sort of followed what she was doing. She had chosen a pattern that was already in my Ravelry queue, and she teamed up her Advents with a white yarn and made a lovely striped sweater. See if I can find the pattern now. I had a good look at the Calliope. There aren't really very many good pictures of it really. There's just the half of it there. It's a very, very, very deep neck ribbing, a moderately deep welt at the bottom, but the sleeves are very, very long. That must be good forearm, most of your forearm, a good 8 inches long. So I looked at the yardages that were needed, meters, for the Calliope, and the ones that came with all my Advent. And it just about, for my size, should make it. I made a size that I like to wear, not hugely oversized, comfortable, and I know Marina will give a little bit. Hello, sweetheart. Have you come to play as well? Yes. And I also had in the Advent box, of course, the 100 gram skein, which is the Christmas Day one. So I always had that as a backup. Now with the Calliope, it has these huge sleeve and quite a deep rib at the bottom, so I thought at the very least I could use 100 gram skein for that. I undid all the blanket and wound them up, and I'd watched this video on YouTube, and she said she did 8 rows of each colour and then went into the round with the white and everything. So that sort of got me thinking that I could possibly do that with eight rows. It's surprising how far a little 20 gram mini will go. The other issue was that the Calliope is double knit, so I'd have to hold my minis double to make double knit, which of course halves the yardage, meterage, whatever. But I still had the big skein. I've worked it out that with the 8 rows, I put the yarns in order. So I started with the last colour and the first colour, and I did 4 rows. Then I cut the last colour, joined in the second colour, and carried on for another 4 rows with the first and second colour. So that's the first colour's done 8 rows, the second colour's done 4. I cut the first colour, I joined in the third colour. So I carried on like that. So every colour has 8 rows, but every 4 rows I changed the colour. And this is how it was going. There's the very deep neck ribbing, and I went down into the body. Now I am at the stage where I've split the sleeves. They're all on DPNs, so for everybody's safety and my sanity, they're currently bundled up with an elastic band. But I will unbundle it to show you. I hope. Sorry about that, that was a postman. So now I've unbundled it, and you can see how much I've managed to do. And I've started on both the sleeves. It has short row shaping at the back to lift the back, and because I have alternated the skeins, mini skeins, you can see the fade of yarn is so beautiful. I am absolutely over the moon. When I got to the sleeves, they said in the pattern to increase by 5. I increased by 10. I have larger upper arms and a bust, so that's what I've done before. So I managed to do that underneath the arms. I carried on down the sleeves. I had the little mini balls that I'd done from the calico quilt shawl, so I had one little mini ball on each sleeve, which worked out great. I've still got a fair bit of yarn that hasn't been used yet in the little minis, but I tried it on and it fits wonderfully. I'm really pleased with how it's fitting, and I'm just starting. The green going into the red here is now just starting at the very bottom. You can just see the first flecks of red coming through. I did a lot on the body last night, so I'm going to try it on again later on this morning and see how much of that large welt at the bottom I want and how much more I can get out. I have still got these 3 to go in, and what they'll have left over obviously will then go into the sleeve. I don't necessarily want the sleeves to be the ribbing to be as long as it is in the actual pattern, but I did think if I did run out or I get to the end, I may decide to do all the bottom ribbings, the sleeves and the body, in the 100-gram shawl, because 100-gram skein. It's totally coordinating, obviously, it was done at the same time. And it will look like all the colours have melted down into the end of the sleeves and at the end of the body and become one for the bottom of the bottom of parts of the garment. So I'm not worried about running out of yarn. I can use this for the ribbing. I think I'm going to get a fair way down and perhaps a normal length ribbing. But I didn't want to leave it so long until my next episode to show you where I am with this and have a ta-da, look what I've made moment. I wanted you to join in and see how it was going. I'm absolutely over the moon. Obviously I had to do a bit of experimenting and winging it. This is now a DK weight. I started on a 4mm, but I've gone to 4.5. It's a little bit looser now. But don't you just love the way those colours are merging? The overlapping, it does it wonderfully. And because I'm doing mini skeins and everything, I've got needles all over the place. It's definitely a game of plonk of the evening. So I am going to try on in a minute and see how much of the ribbing I want. See how far I can get with the colours I have left. I obviously have enough left to do the sleeves as well. And if I feel I've got to a point where I can start the ribbing, I'm going to ball up this and go for it. You've got to try these things, haven't you? I've got another meeting in a minute. So hopefully we'll be able to have a quick sort out before then, do the meeting, sort lunch out, and then excitingly get on with this. So I didn't want you out of the picture. I thought I'd bring you up to date. I will be doing a proper podcast about it all again soon, and I have all my other bits I've been getting on with, which aren't too many because I've been spending a lot of time on this. But there's Angelica there and her little bunch of flowers, and a couple of other bits I will be able to share with you then. So I hope you're all safe from Storm Eowyn. They're giving them some strange names now. I think they're Irish or Celtic or something. Yes, I hope you're all safe. We've had quite a blow last night here down in the south, but I know that up north they're on a really red alert again. I guess this is going to be our new normal now. Stay safe, stay in if you can. Perhaps get the old knitting needles out or sketchbook out, or do something nice. Keep your mind occupied, and I will catch up with you with a proper podcast very soon. Bye.